Hi, my name's Liz Ivory and I am the co-founder of BC, actually Broadband Consciousness. What is BC? Well, BC is a 5-day programme that literally will take your consciousness broadband. It's an exciting adventure because most of it really is just about revealing who you truly are. It's not about learning more stuff. You know enough. You don't need to learn more stuff. It's actually about untraining. Richard and I actually call ourselves untrainers. And what we mean by that is actually what we're about is taking the layers off. It's actually to reveal the real you. So BC is really an adventure. It's an introduction to who you really are. I mean, if I ask you the question, how confident are you? Where do you go for the answer? How do you know? And how accurate is that information anyway? See, where you go for the answer is, metaphorically, when we were young, we were handed a script. We were handed a script by our parents, by our peers, by the people round about us, by society in general itself. And that script is where you go. That's your reference manual for all the things that you believe to be true about yourself. Are you confident? You'll look in the script, page 24. No, I'm not very confident. You see, but what BC is about is actually about teaching you that you are not the script. It's such a relief. You're not who you thought you were. You're actually far more than that. You know, it's kind of the difference between, like, thinking you're Clark Kent or thinking you're Superman. You know, who goes out and saves the world? Is it Clark Kent? No, of course it's not. It's Superman. You know, so BC is actually about unlearning who you thought you were and actually revealing, you know, who you really are. It's actually about putting that cloak back on. See, the reason that you took your cloak off at such a young age was to fit in. And we all did it. We all did it so we could fit in with the gang. And what we're about is creating a new gang. Creating a gang where it's okay for everybody to be a superhero. Because what we actually believe is that everybody is a superhero, whether they realise it or not. You see, the truth, whether you realise it or not. But what we'd like you to recognise is actually that we're all superheroes just pretending to be ordinary people. And when you get that, when you make that your number one purpose, then it's up to you what you want to do with that. If you want to go out and build orphanages, or if you want to go out and save the world, or if you want to just help your own family, whatever it might be for you. You know, the reason that we do BC is basically because it works. You know, not just because of the impact it's had on my life and on Richard's life, but actually what we really listen to is the feedback that we've had from the other superheroes. You know, watch the other videos, the videos that are with this one, because you'll learn far more from them than you will from me. You'll hear it from their personal experiences, exactly what the course has meant to each and every one of them. So BC, for me, the reason that it works so well is because it's a universal message. What do I mean by a universal? Well, what I mean is that everybody has a script. Because everybody has a story. And if you have a story, then you have a script. You know, all wars, all of the global wars and the civil wars that we experience day to day are all caused by the script. Two scripts clashing in conflict. So first and foremost, it's that, you know, it works for everybody. Everybody that we come across, doing what they do, saying what they say, believing what they believe, they've all been taught that in exactly the same way that you've been taught that. I mean, how do I know my name's Elizabeth? How I know my name's Elizabeth is because I was taught it. I was actually told it often enough that one day somebody asked me, what's your name? And I said, my name's Elizabeth. Now, every single other thing that I believe to be true about myself, believe it or not, was taught in exactly the same way. So on BC, what we're here, we're actually, in a positive way, we're going to positively challenge the reference point that you have for yourself and for everything that you think is possible. Because, you see, we're not only script readers, we actually have a responsibility because we're actually script writers. And so much of what's in your script today, you would never ever write. You would never ever choose. So BC is an opportunity for us to actually take our script and actually understand it and recognise so much of what's in there, you know, isn't serving us, is actually limiting us. And then what that does, through that awareness, it gives us the freedom to start to make the choice, to actually make better choices. I mean, one of the questions that we get people to ask themselves, moment to moment, when you remember it, is just, would I choose to feel the way I'm feeling now? If the answer is yes, great, that means you're choosing. If the answer is no, or you've just said, that means you're not choosing. So what does that mean? It means you're reading from the script. And just through that level of noticing, just through that level of self-awareness, do you understand that actually all you're dealing with is one thing? You know, we don't believe there's crap people. We actually just believe there might be amazing people out there, but you might just be reading from a crap script. You know, Meryl Streep is one of my favourite actresses of all time. I actually think she's amazing. And yet I saw her not that long ago in a movie called Devil Wears Prada. And you know, it was a really weak script. So guess what? You know, it was a really weak performance from her. You know, you don't get a 10 out of 10 performance from a 3 out of 10 script. It's just not possible. So, you know, the thing with the script and with BC is actually that it is so simple. It is so simple that even a 5-year-old could get this. That also means that it's transferable. And because of where I come from, you know, I come from the best places in Glasgow, which is probably the roughest places in Glasgow. And I've always been looking for something that has simplicity and that is transferable to anybody and everybody, no matter what their walk of life. So again, you know, with BC, the results because of this actually get stronger. Can you believe that? They get stronger. You know, I've never heard that. And all the personal development I've done, and boy, have I done a lot. I mean, I actually say I've done more courses than Red Rum. You name it, I have done it. I'm qualified in NLP, I'm qualified in Reiki, I'm qualified even in running my own firewalking events. So, you know, you name it, I've tried it. And I've never ever heard of a course actually where people say 7 months on that it's actually got stronger. So, you know, I'm so committed to actually putting this message out there because of my script, because of what I've been through in my life. You know, I actually watched the news the other day and it actually said that since January there were, I think it was 20 teenagers who had committed suicide in the last 6 months. 20, can you believe that? Now, knowing what I know now, because believe it or not, you know, I was somebody who tried to take their own life. And actually all it is, it's a case of mistaken identity. Because who I thought I was, which was the script, I didn't like. You know, I was doing so many things that I wouldn't choose. I was doing so many things that actually I didn't want to be doing. And I was feeling like somebody who, you know, I didn't want to feel like. So the reason that we are committed to spreading the word of BC is 1, because it works, and 2, because it's needed out there. You know, if there's one kid out there or one person out there who doesn't really know who they are and doesn't really like who they think they are, then I don't know about you, but I feel a responsibility to actually, like I said, be a script writer and put something decent in there rather than what's been in there in the past, because that's all it is. It's just the past being passed down through generations and generations. But we're really excited. I mean, the things that we're doing with the guys, and actually we're building a community, and it is just fantastic. It's so much fun. So, you know, if there's anything on here that relates to you or you feel, you know, you'd like to hear more about, listen to the videos or get in touch with us, and maybe someday we'll actually meet in person. Until then, you know, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Go well, because you are a superhero and the world needs you. Keep shining. Bye.